Eddie Amao. Now, did you know that 259 stories are born every minute? Yes, 259 unique stories that matter, including yours. And every experience you have helps to shape your stories into exciting adventures. Your story can shape the world and it's powerful. Whether you are an individual, family, or business, no story is too big or too small. We are inspired by them all, and your story has just begun. We invite you to write yours with us. Your story matters. Absaban. Now you're about to have the world at your fingertips because the wait is finally over. Telecel Aba. Telecel networker. Say ebano enkomo twetwen wudin kita ho ewo phone so. Eba ni sikamania Telecel cash ejina brane. Telecel business so eboa ma adwuma no a wudie no etimi atumpon anyanyina so. Adwenkyira hodo ne adusua hodo ebeboa ma adwuma no etimi atumpon no Telecel business. And a day boa wo. Connect with Telecel and enjoy a world of endless possibilities because with Telecel, there is no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies. Sawunte ya gasaba gasaba. Wonim se wodi jabidie ene eja eduane ade enu aduane a ehusie na efiri ba no emboa emnyam apom den kra yeah betwa ma akoma yade stroke ebe ha wani ene ne ekeka ka ho but emane ha okra the National Petroleum Authority at the Sansa Chayeno Ediaba, the new cylinder recirculation model. Koso. Sansi Shaye na Emboa. Ma what the cylinder, yeah, empty, a binimu, a dia call station. Na afei. Bakwaji cylinder, ya fele. The truth is simple. Smoke is harmful. And to say there, gasaba, make the smart switch from firewood and charcoal to gas for a healthier, happier life. Sankomwe, National Petroleum Authority and the Ministry of Energy and Akabuma de Ebre War. Well, survey at Adom 106.3 and American say every day is Fresica. In common was so Dr. Amache Boating, or a senior lecturer at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Sounds like a political scientist. Many Dr. Amache Boating and Chichi and Komo. Doc, what's in car?
I knew Chon Papa.
I'm holding, Doc.
Radius Christa Daroma.
Okay. My son be said, Dick, I said, what is say? Research fellows are say I say one affiliated to Dankwa Institute. One more I survey EFA running mate for the new patriotic party. Maybe so because of the Dankwa Institute bit no ewo no. Saying Doc.
Yeah. Madam was wakwenya amode amami na mechia achiefo ahwefo ka ho a mechia wo mo. Dankwa Institute on say a ben MPP amanyuku nti omuye interested actors ewo ikuno fortunes mu amanyuku bia bota ba ko ni say obewo aban mu because school for say political party or opposition ekuma me unemployed nti Dankwa Institute obviously omo ani ebesan age ho se o ekono ntotuye no ebeko yie na samri nsemo ayekoso ahia ekono omo so edi omani adi akire titru pa ɛne sɛ yɛyi Dr. Baumia wie no deɛ ɔbɛka no ho na aboa na wɔmmɔtumi adi nkonim no nso apie nti yes sɛ ɛkɔ bi ɛbɛn Dankwa Institute na ɔyɛ saa nhwehwɛmu yi a yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ afiri saa general interest a ɔmo ma ɛkuo no na bɛyɛ zero in to particular interest because Dankwa Institute ɛnyɛ MPP. Dankwa Institute ɛnyɛ MPP. Or an interested actor or MPP and Shishayemu. They have an interest of their own. A bit me are exclusively different from their party generally. Wamu Obi ebata wamu nombe yenshimua. Sakono Nishishemono comes with a heavy suspicion of biases. A heavy suspicion of biases. Because it's very difficult, right from the very word go, to say that Omoye an objective entity working for the public interest of Ghana in general and specifically for the public interest of the MPP. They are interested actors. And let me say, politics are driven by interest. All the actors are more besides the party's overall interest abamuno. Ubia one personal interest are the I know ya no almost a huge pack of suspicion of biases and about a juma or more a
Obi Sukra Beka say there's the likelihood say maybe there will be some agenda biases maybe agenda to favor a particular person and a candidate for the position of the running mate.
If you biases
yeah
and our more or more personal unique agenda. If he biases yes. So omutu anamo bisa maybe yana problematic.
Doc, yensha survey no endomo suko kakra they gauge the regional preference of the MPP executives. Enti Osha Ashanti region had about 92% and others no enya 8%, meaning the executives prefer say running mate no ebe free Ashanti region. I don't know how this seems to you, Dr. Matibwati.
Well, respondents now omundo omuye adwuma no emu 92 if you Ashanti region. Sana woka.
No, me just say the respondents, MPP executives, no, pay say running mate, no, 92% of Nipa and Yom come just say, pay running mate of free Ashanti region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting thing. And some of it way now, you share aspects of the methodology. You share aspects of the methodology. Me how you say, me share the executive summary behind kind. Someone many radio 47 18 come omudi tuja na ya na medi adwuma ame how pa kwan a omufa so a omuyiyi nipa a omutoto omu ano no respondents no yedi kan na omu ye ahemfo.
Okay, Doc Bacho, Mame Mbwaka, let me just read briefly methodology no nafi yentimi entwetwen komo. Until I say data from this survey was collected over a 3-week period during which the flag bearer of the MPP was making a campaign tour across the country from 6th May to the 26th of May 2024. It was conducted in all 16 administrative regions of the country. A total of 140 constituencies out of the 275 were sampled for the study, representing about 52% of all constituencies in Ghana. The number of sampled constituencies within a region was proportional to the total number of constituencies in the region, though some considerations was made for regions where the MPP has more votes in the 2016 and 2020 general elections. That is, more constituencies were sampled in the Ashanti, Eastern, Greater Accra, and Western relative to regions such as Northeast and Ahafu regions, for example. Doc, but I mean, things are way ebeboa.
So far, no beboa.
Okay.
But yen zero into nipa potinya, or more to two or more no. Yen zero into that aspect.
Okay, so Mame, let me jump to this place. A total of 720 polling stations. Okay, Mame share. Okay, a total of 720 polling stations. Polling station level interviews. Okay, Mame share Imraha.
Information I mean, is omo to two or man no. Omo nyina people are almost follow into the leadership structure of the party. Okay.
Oh, okay. In each sampled polling station, a total of MPP polling station executives were randomly selected and interviews. Yes. This gave a total of 720 polling station level interviews. An additional 4 first-time voters, 2 male and 2 female, where possible in each elected polling station were sampled to respond to the questions. That is, data from 960 first-time voters were collected as part of the survey. Doc.
The last time information we could be aid, polling station executives, ABC, even some members of parliament, people at higher levels of the party, either the council or a particular structure, and also was true. But the better one is leaders or more party. Interestingly, I wish check up was documenting because you are adding something. Nipa 4 from police station Bia was sent to constituency are only first time voters. Nipa 4. The whole issue is that so MPP as a party or more position on an issue. As a respondents, representing a cross section of the party. Also, respondents, representing a cross section of the party. Obviously, you might want to limit yourself to card-bearing members. Now, what capture a cross section of the party? From impression of me, HM respondents, one more ensure that effectively and represented the party because it looks as if say sampling frame generally or picking purposefully and or the juma one now or my nabutre and capture a real segment a very represented party properly. Effectively. Once in research, ultimately, any Ubia and Casano, we work with representative, members of the group. Nipa Obe sample, so ultimately representing the issue a cross section. That to me, a critical aspect of the whole conversation. Indeed, if you want to, there's another issue, a problematic for me. Anytime an MPP be winning about the votes are Omunya. President Kufuor had to go into a second round. Ronaldo had one touch, 50% plus. So far, 2 occasions and a party about Abamu. And then near some occasions a party Antimi Ama Abamu. You have heard the size of the votes are Omunya for the presidential, Maybe a basa, in fact, MPP and NDC almost close to 40% a line, even when they lose, almost close to 40%. And the party no lose, at least, what you mean the general Ashe, the party's core support base. The party's core support base. Ordinarily, party no core about you more. You expect the core members no matter what, to vote for the party. You expect the core members to vote for the party. The point I'm making is that in choosing a running mate, one, you want to consider Obi or popular within the party. Two, you also want to consider Obia or Betimi affecting the kingmakers, people outside the party whose crucial vote at the party number Abaimu on 2 occasions. The party has not been in government all the time. And you know, we are making this assumption that the party's core support base and yet enough say at the party number Abaimu. And the Uchisu a running mate. In fact, for the 2 even the the flag bearer himself or herself, and then 2, the running mate himself or herself. You want to get at least these 2 general features, or appeal very well to the rank and file our party, or appeal very well equally to members of the general public, especially the middle class. I was say, but then let's assume that this research, or stay rigidly with the party. Basana, ne responses are unyaye, any information or the ababonti and or the abba. But then using it as a significant criteria to take a decision will become, a decision very strong, simply because they are limited to the party. And even here, those interviewed, the respondents, and said that, and yet people are waiting like I said, or more represented the rank and file of the party. The challenger, meaning study.
Okay. Doc, finally, study so ebisa first time voters. One more agent, first time voters, who are you going to vote for? MPP and answer NDC, Dr. Baumia and answer Mpensenpensenmu Dada Mahama. And per one more findings, 42% said they want to vote for John Mahama, as against 56% Dr. Baumia. It was saying, Doc.
Significant. They took advantage also to engage first-time voters and to gauge one more enthusiasm and who they want to vote for. Hugely significant, and I think over there you want to say that they are very creative of the of the people who did this work. I don't want to believe, sir, the overall some particular responses the analysis are place one of the individuals now potentially running mate to Dr. Baumiano. Meaning how the analysis how are this, whether this affected the analysis or not. But this particular information in itself is significant.
But Doc, only so say it's because of constituencies are almost a sample, Ashanti region, Eastern, Greater Accra, and Western. As against the Northeast, there are half regions. Ne Hono and Quebec said NDC ne Urajo Mahama so ewo numbers wo hokaka. Doc.
So one methodology now come
yeah.
Omo kind how a year for the MPP. And in areas or more votes be or more affected the size of the respondents. Obviously, a very reflective war, sir Adimu. And it me generally first time voters are across the country one more position. But at least in the context of studying well, you take it that you're significant. Only say, once again, one more, the respondents, representative of first-time voters in Ghana. And the generalization now,
yeah. Yeah. Doc, my name was na fancy Hannah Pena, Bibiani and Santos to be your last doc.
Okay, Miss
Yamisha, Dr. Amache Boating, a senior lecturer, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, also a political scientist, and actually and Komono. Abija Fuatsansi, Mpensenpensenmu, and two also, a Sedania de Masintex tank, a strong, a tough, anti-marriage gripe mixture, carrying mother's choice. Dr. Frank Bano, a development economist and head of research, Dankwa Institute. And then say, Doc, yeah, Bobo, Dankwa, yeah, there. Let me say, I was also a lawyer, Chumberima, a member of the National Democratic Congress Communications Team, lawyer, so at Transit. Lawyer Kwaba. Bibia Boko, dear. Yadanyamiasi. Doc, Akwaba.
Yeah,
Entiana pay survey ya ebubu mu oba na the clarity kakra ba say penny form ye affiliated to because in Kaba nka say na doc my survey na also now ye senior research officer or that
me head of research.
Okay.
Maybe that's in me anope share with you for na me share Ghana for nyina na me share me am constituency oboase each for so anope na te say na ye kai no say me constituency na me chia say e ho na me fi
enchia harmless enchia let you very
me no yawi aso me now when say anare no atwefo afre me as e betra ha no si ana o ka mi go
obasi is ye cheche omo nyina Not for no, yeah.
Asem what kind of sapepe me ntwa for nyi bi say me amete he na before me be head of research or Dankwa Institute na me research fellow. In fact, at the time I am a research fellow at Dankwa Institute in Bono. Na me Tigana Krumi.
Okay.
Na me Johannesburg. Na me when I am University of Johannesburg. But na me research fellow. It is a offer a Dankwa Institute as an institutor because of the academic nature of it.
Yes.
Ye wo eye wona wonimu de. Pa wo university nye sabi University of Ghana kwa ye wo mo Kwame Nkrumah University ye wo mo omo University of Ghana ye wo mo free Gempa ne other technical universities nyina ye wo eye research fellows a omunimu de omakwadre eba eye yemfa eye nhwehwemu asem na ye ni hu dwuma sa nipa ko ni nyina ye wo ebi wo. In fact currently some of your research fellows ni bi kura ewo UK, United Kingdom, US, any other areas. Inti a research fellows in the you broad of research fellows. Inti send na me tram for inti at that time I many research fellow no. Ebu na me akra me to me bagana ha.
Okay.
Ebe ye steady.
Okay.
So IBS consultancy be yenya to send minua ayera kwama ye bia metesa na onene se Dr. Ayera kwana na ni
Bebatwani.
Metesa me Dr. Hiford Ayera kwa.
Okay.
University of Ghana.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intino to send why be yeah. In fact, me amene no kra 2021. Yeah, steady be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But at that point, near ye research fellows of Dankwa Institute. Inti eno de emi se omo enho akwanya say sa empenyifue to say Dr. Hiford Ayera kwa. In fact, Dr. Hiford Ayera kwa why research fellow or Dankwa Institute acheye pa ansa kra ansa na ye mu bi kra no ye ba be ye research fellow e wo Dankwa Institute ansa na ye ba be yes. Until you be he's a seasoned researcher many na ye dwuma pen na ye in terms of research nim the capabilities ne senia na ho fama ne senia oye na dwuma efa. Nti going forward ne de report ne nya reporter eye distinction amimo a report a Dankwa Institute as an institute and a commission study a name muno a research fellows are Omwan Casano Esa wo omuduma omudie to say ufa Dr. Ayera Dr. Ayera a senior research fellow Dankwa Institute. Onwa so say adwuma wo University of Ghana. I mean, born there because on the needing. But the one back and they mean to me will be a more the portfolio because Ubia edema out. But so far, I'm only needing come. Tell me this and me. But Dr. Ayrakwa in his capacity as a research fellow of DI and also as a University of Ghana. Penia Sebiu or Tradiana or Senimuteno can do a study.
But doc, I know to me and ye Dankwa Institute in free Dankwa Institute and the interest, the stake are more MPP Amayokono emu and to me you move free move.
It's an enemy case say a idea of a so Dankwa Institute as an institute, maybe ya share your fund. And I could
musica na model
and SU CJ Minia lawyer Dr. Bano Minioti Monkoya. And they're not interested no so high because a Dankwa Institute and they call it the shots.
Okay.
So like they say in English, say he who pays the piper calls the tune.
Yeah.
This is a Dankwa Institute now. I could penny sikan or yes, I study purposely there. And you better be so the Dankwa Institute has a strong interest in it. Until I make as far as a minimum bit said Dr. Irakwa you pay for back or down no. Dr. Irakwa you'll be very diligent about the Juma you might. Then I'm going to say research. Ewa Ghana, then tapona mini Ghana, but me ban be research in 2021. Timinim the way or and that research though he was a research fellow, I was equally a research fellow, but under no circumstance a reporter did that issue. In fact, we were research fellows of Dankwa Institute in terms of our report now, generate at that time. I have absolute clarity in my mind to say, idea maybe the main purpose was the reason why they use the methodology they use, but not simply because ABR. They are research fellows of Dankwa Institute. Today, they went a particular way.
Okay.
Whoever might have tasked or commissioned them to do that study, and a certain perimeter, almost say, "Abia, ye person when ye study, my but ye person ka mudi money a share a hasi, and based on that, and on tino, and na emise a ma almost so echo the omoquenti. They make can say." Say Osha report na me say enye reporter obetuaka say sebi enye scientific there be because to send now only doctor amache kasano they miss me name from me being a researcher and a reviewer for a lot of international journals and they say research bia e woni focus and purpose into question also be say I want to say study na the focus and purpose anything. So, say, can a flag bearer and especially reanimator sema. I have not seen the content of the report, but they all can Martin and Mami, so I'm making this based on the methodology, because all kind of methodology to better.
Yeah.
Tina may check Madrid. Yeah. Into Ubebisa say, what is the purpose of the study? Research be on the purpose. You don't just wake up and say, make research. Until the purpose will determine whether the results is generalizable or not. That is where we call the internal and external validity. Internal validity, they say. Internal validity, they say. E kwanya wo fa so edi nya results no. E mu da ho fen the obroni kra na say bia biases bi anim. Enti say o sha eno so be gina eye the purpose of the researcher. And they say the purpose of the research channel say ye pese ye hu se eba eye party ni political base. Ye pese ye hu se in terms of the political base, so because party be on the political base. Mebwa CJ. Yeah. Because
that's true.
They say MPP what Ghana say MPP bet me every election sir. It was set the political base no ba ko pa esombu mu no when ya crosso mutwinya voter turnout of about 80%. Out of that, so you need data data is there. You can read. And was said when you out of 80, no, or to me accumulative 70% or more. And son to me win elections for Ghana. Into ye name those bases in a way there offer will be including me or take no creating or NDC or no soon sad data available.
And nuntina per the survey, first time voters, but maybe a too far, not as I maybe Dr. Matthew Watson said, oh yeah, sample views of first time voters, our Ashanti region, Eastern region, Greater Accra, and our Western region. Definitely, it will point to. And I made the purpose, in terms of gauging it, who gauge based on your base. So, you are not more interested in the whole of Ghana.
base, because when you say base ni ABC. If I am able to make the right decisions and I say and new man was a me ye next me base no babo and tia beto abadea any elections me win CJ South as yes. It's very important. You to me to talk Sasam no AJJ. Tina make the internal validity one. Into the internal validity ne there. On to mean kase the research no meet that standard there be. But baby asem no beba the friend say external validity. External validity to the extent said Dr. Macha Kaya Pepe no say who generalize the results no ama Ghana nyina e hono na ebia untumi nyadai enkoye because the purpose of the study no was to target your base, to know what your base are thinking. Meaning, and your base cannot be a representation of the entire country because in the entire country there are certain areas that only base a honomo. So what I say, into generalization, the minute Dr. Amache say you may not be able to generalize it across the country. And they no correct research a BR or far now or ye review and no review or beka sasumi. And me the mechanic say based on internal validity as my candidate. They say a year resource no and based on some purpose in pick from methodology anymore. So me take methodology and I will kind of part there. Then the purpose was clear. Was to know what the base of the party is thinking and who they expect. So what I say, and to say, Sadia, you know, the net is a muda hot fire and untino, yen to me anchor say a beer. Report to ye day a JJ. Now, I did could be come some sampling. Let me say, oh, what's the sampling? Is this 700 or 900?
Yeah, let me get it correctly.
Now, and also, dear, let me say, Bruni Bekan say, maybe the margin of error. Say, was sampling no a less, say, or sampling a will form kakra as soon the population now. That is a margin of error no a day, a cononym. Now, them percent make kubu be because, and also a different matter. The sampling also could have been determined by ABR the amount of ABR resources available because our resources no ebe to ya ba oni nipa ABR edu akasa untumi nga say CJ uni nipa oha akasa when you don't have the resources to do that but ene dey minim but I am saying this as a reviewer and as a researcher minim sa constraint into na me preempt that kind of thing.
Okay, so in this survey a total of 720 polling station level interviews were
selected. But we know say polling station executive omo bie mu ntebia esopa but ebia ntina me preempt say ebia it is highly plausible say bia na bia resources no entina ama omantumi uncover ebia proportion no send I was income and we me preemption and based on my experience as a researcher and me sir. But then the overall findings in the and I make us say no dear I don't want to comment on it because and no me say so it's up to who the powers be to say oh ABR research ABR emu eda ho find ABR yenso say you make decision be ABR you be factor into it because you nim say at the end of the day no nipa ba akopɛ ene saa tumi no ehya ne nsa eye party no ema ne kwan say on take his advice eno no eye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia obia entumi enka say oh ABR minua lawyer de or a nice guy pa wa benti no chenchina manenye flag bearer but so ono aso tena se na ono so wa he's an economist when it comes to research you can take it away from him into also be onimo de into so no also tenase no so an analysis no free so bia near studies near the amount for you know and ne ono so edwen ekosiesia de a na no de ono ene take decision no to me de make
all right me that say Dr. Frank Bano me that pa
also your opinion on it.
See, post were bogus.
Post no.
Very bogus.
I didn't.
Political party be no Nebraska we animate. We are there. I saw even one from national from the BNI.
NIB.
Go and read the Securities and Intelligence Act, Section 12. National function. Our Mojan to acquire political party be running meeting. Are you serious? Go and read their functions. Obi o te bien Google security compared to the old act. Now say, and if I was one functions, na so duties no say. Go and do a survey for a political party who want to select a running mate. What is your business? What is your business? But you see, Saturday when you skewed activity na no turn we here. Nina said there is one particular person be opposite or person running mate. Until I see it miscue at the end man towards in direction. But was causing now say but was mommy. Me venture.
There you know.
When you
presidential candidate nana.
No, not presidential. But people no there's a potential people for no.
Okay, I know. Okay. Into I'm a color code in TSM. Honorable Natoshi Ado.
When I say
ne color no any 10%. And Honorable Brian a champon. And so
I'm gonna below 10. When I say
my share okay, green, okay. Honorable Matthew Pogu Pempe 70%.
Oh no,
70%. And New Diho next after him, Honorable Frima Oseo Pare. Really? But I'm no, we much as 10% and I error.
Oh no,
10%.
From 10%.
10% for near me, you know. And honorable say you do 10%.
I do 10.
Yeah.
Not the 10. And I say,
Kwabnako Kufu in 7%.
Of an 7.
Yeah.
On Kafra.
Yeah.
I say, your friend say.
Just to see Abu there now. What's it 70? And at 10. So it means you say 100%.
Remember any.
Yeah, that's
this thing is a bogus word. I'm for the table so. When we are about to like a running mate, did you hear anything of me? Running mate, some of your one person decision. One person, and nothing I could afford to me about me and on Yambi Pinisha, a share and be before come. And your party decision. Tierney, running mate ye, and your political party decision. And your individual never over 3 million persons in a form MPP and any NDC. South for your decision. And your one person, i.e., the flag bearer, a decision. That is why he was able to plant a non-MPP member on MPP people, and they couldn't do anything. Opa, 2008, videos of PCRP for any Japan. They fought all fight and still lost. So they couldn't do anything about it because a one person's decision. It is so very an opponent. You're scheming towards Napo. We know. You are all screaming towards Napo. BNI for the Omia, Napo is. Do we care about that? Mohammed Nifoto to my page. Adom from last week. More than Napo pay so. More about 140 coins. What can be? Neti. To what the amount party for another.
I am a bot to
Yo, Martin, no problem.
Yeah,
no problem. So the only so political party for executives. MPP executives. Omia 5 branch executives. The conference branch, police station executives. Yeah, kind of branch, police station executive. Omia 5 people. Which means every police station be almost 5 executives. See, minim branch be one MPP more. And you've been in the mammy and executives. I have come me body and come body actual conference in the MPP now, but I have come Madame from the body and to the way they do not change. Messi, you've been in the mammy and son, and a former branch executives.
Over just saying.
It's a person who could be the uncle for now, you say. One on pen. They have been skin. Oh, my goodness, you are telling the words where be that. Baby, MP no man zango for 5 no yes executives no. Baby original ni ba supporting women never support. I am a politician. We are distance. We know how to do it. So you just ship people in line. And say that na pona na person mafuma. Now the man we are better Ghana for no.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
Because you here. So far MPP for Nkwa Ghana. At Obama political party MPP. You will lose the elections. So what I say? And this was we hear survey. Now, Opa say, what's the nipa? What fan account? Who about Medim Kunwa Ghana? How about Tumwa? I think say you need proper survey of every Ghanaian, not just a purposive one. Say what for just MPP executives and I know model. Because I know you will just be doing a fruitless job. Because we know some majority is an upon penal.
Yeah.
And I be an iPhone so bogos work on almost and woman is an upon penal. And I will be a be as open from an upon abra. Now the baby are gonna force about chest and I put on pay and also won't pay. Ever simple matter. Yeah. Nana Akufo-Addo had issues with his character and person back in 2007, 2008. So to say with him because they say Nana the argument and I said that time issues and they say Nana you arrogant and then munipa we saying na for us so one more packaging. The packaging ni mo ya de buy packaging na fe oh that be anti sa why will be a brand one self when I'm osre. Sige. Only me efreki sa di actually. Na me na do 2 minutes buy and arrogance san ba biem. It will not to me now what did me catch him for say catch. What's this screw down in Messi upper one kasa pussy. So I was a crying mayor down to bound by Jai. This is not good for you. His reactions after presidency or after becoming president confirm that arrogance attitude na ana ye catch Ghana for say the man is arrogant. No munipa. We are saying the same thing about Apu. This is a man who stood on TV or whatever, speaking to the media. And was throwing jabs to Ghanaians. Can't do a part of it. Never say any amount to me. And they also do the baba. Mom packaging say, oh, when you're arrogant, when hold you or to say no problem. So over than the Subanadi at the actual water. And my example with Nakufado dear. But we are incompetent dear. But the character dear means of Obacas about me munipa. What does it? Except you are not being fair. But in all reality, at least the animal shake crown. What me I can say? Obran Wase, Mebuana, exactly. You can say that about him. But me who the question mark is your cacapa. But what the Anya be and the Suba Hondia, Anya Biano or one idiot at the Manipa. Compared to your also what never running meeting. It would have been Dimbra. Ubon Dima, we was a party for 70% so mope. The 70% dear Chinas are very Napo events are reaching in your thing. Say I 18, no. Once be in your 10. Not a season your 10, say 90. And I'll say of a Kufunya 7. What the crossword? What I'm saying. And I said 100 no. But anyway, what I say? Thank you.
Adom 106.3 FM. Doctor, my memory when I finish Koma at that Punosi. I think there's some piece of good news. Or share around 1.5 billion. Or Mampenia director say finance ministry in release na afi customers of defunct banks near there no. Efa ensure ma. It's a bit of good news. And then the finance minister also announcement of the euro bonds no and also so asem papa in ready but yen kom kakra no
you me say me say me fan free there me say the kudi kaka na ye banking sector clean out me say e buy na me say kafra me emi say me a man by the me say yade a me de bia me kase am betra me pese me statements be political ayana ya betena ye nyina Ghana fonti ya to adwene se ne be ya Ghana kanko na ebeko ye ntino the causes ne the triggers ne de me say yade a ye nyina sankom ne di acha ye mpese ye bekom na ekodru bebe na ehu akohian ye say e wo say ye restructure ye financial sector no because o kan the banking sector reports that Drew baby some of the reports me say me can wafidi bi ba ko say so what kind some of the reports no be even during NDC time mpo and some MPP time na just say there are certain people be our senken aside heads of the financial institution there are certain people administratively na ya task you say omo na monitor the financial sector na omo kra senka omo ensama no. So what kind say CJ minimum when you kind some of the reports now. Yeah. Well you bear me out say what kind someone they say na obi say I didn't know bosom so see obi kura kwagia ketua because why no I report abedo wanum we hu say na ekoso so the blue can say tricas because oye enipa no nhwehan e ma ade no kwa akoduru baby na say baby eduru ni yeduru ebunuma na e wo say broni be kan say ye tu anamon say ye ne wo so ye na ye koye na we na ye koye wie no emi say na chi no enipa no dodo na enya omusika omu deposit na ebi mu nso no sika den ekemu a won enya nti no na eduru baby a na yete se enipa ne bi kase na ebi mu anya wo musika na bi mu so enyaye na emi se eno na emi se eno do se eno da achi eno da han to be precise Monday emi se yete se omampanyina na adodanko akufuado de we de executive order wo meboa emi se wahye finance minister wo hye eno odi ama no se enemanim ya no wona won sika yetue bi mo no won no de akamu kakra won so bi wo banwa omde bi kura no ne aka wo mu no Ghana sika botin 1.5 billion no finance ministry emfa entua sa nipa ku na aka ne nyina de obruni beka ne se ebia ache
na depreciation akana na
lawyer na sa 1.5 billion we no say asemba ko mu ne say me yesho say be going for the ministry of finance de enchichiremu ewumu ebeba because I say 1.5 billion we lam samo but you name the details of it because ebi mu omo kra no omo de ne investment to say ye ni ade aha na ebi mu also a ne ye mere deposits ne ade ntieno no say o kan ebi a o pese de ensihu si ho a because the investment portfolios no enya ade kro ntino untumi chada enka so say ebia be de minim but I'm gonna say I don't want to preempt ebia ministry ni going forward and the guidelines beba ema yat asie ye because they will be sana me akra sa sabi sa you know e wo my dream say oh 1 point because ebetua be say nyesi kan nya na 1.5 billion
of course
yes into betua be say ebia na de menum ye no ye adwe no ebia ewum but I think say animanum ya no ehu so be hia say the ministry of finance honorable Dr. Amin Anta MP ede enchichiremu a ewumu no ebeden ebeba na entiase no adwuma ma ebia enipa wo ye beneficiaries o musika akodim no the way a lawyer crab ebia me say lawyer crab an investment bi o ba bi na senensaka me se meje me share wo ho eno ye just for the road na yetumi ehu na sa enipa nyina no abubu ene ejaadro a emise omotwa be yes emfie kakrani no etuo betwa na enigye so etumi aba won abrabom na me dey sisi na me move quickly aba restructuring no 13 billion no ho asem no me say eno da ye betena ha enye wafidie so me say o sister station back so ema ye eka ho asem na emi say de ade ne kodo no say ya mene ade no awie intino yamina wie no wo se ye ekwan a ye betumi afa so na emfa insusanso oboni bia enyeden emreye na emi se o fa no the economic benefit ne dia CJ na se me de enchichiremu kakra emma emi se wa obekaya ye debt restructuring na ye domestic na eno kire se besia bo aban abo no wo Ghana memi ha Ghana bank ankra no government bonds no ne ade no na was say as part of the IMF conditionality emi se ye de yensa ekure emu no na was say yetumi de friend say debt restructuring enti se wo hwe debt restructuring na se ne IMF for no eka se yenye no na CJ made mind tremu bi na maka asem bi wa ha de edi nkan omoka se yenye domestic debt restructuring de besia ba Ghana ba abo ne Ghana ye mi se ehun nsem be ye bebribat koka ni mi se me bom nsem Ghana for se emfa ho ne mentem ho ase be mu no Ghana for dodo ne enya ntia se we ye man nti wo se ya so yetumi sacrifice ma Ghana for dodo na editum over 90% YouTube ma eno ekoso na de to so mienu no mo se yenye the commercial no na commercial no de ne the euro bonds ne ade na ye den yeko rezie say euro market ne ade no titroma na edima konkonkoma pa man bi to say China ene France omo na ne ye de omo kadodo na wo se enu omo sinkonya ene de etoso biemu no friend sen bilateral to say ye ne amaman besia yagege eho asem so eno ze na mom CJ ade ba ko bi ne di mu akotene pa ene ne nyina Ghana for ne journalists be bre nka ho asem multilateral besia the lies of the IMF any World Bank de ma Ghana infi bebre twom besi ne no omo se no de me yemfe sanka sa restructure meaning say CJ you are aware there omo se me yemfe sanka that didn't na be ka say yen restructure domestic debt yen restructure we yen na wo de ne de also yemfe sanka but I know de asense because I know de na I say yakodru pepesu bi no de I say unse da any say wom na eno na ene no yetumi a restructure sa debt 13 billion USD no the holders of these instruments are anasa besi omabo Ghana no omo agye atum say emu 4.7 billion ohanchiche mu edua sianson de omo de ache Ghana man na bia mu no so 4.3 billion the friend say financial flow relief che say sika bianka from 2024 ekopim bia 2026 ka ye betua amomo eno so omo se omo suspend me entua until say ye betumi agina ye na so ye enti say ye hwe emfaso e wo sa de so asi emfaso wo so ne say ebema Ghana de protocol we can say the fiscal space no ama because won kotua besia bo a say fa ye 2024 budget statement ye de over 56 billion kwana nenke ya twato se de kwakotua besia ho ensi ho interest and say onkotua sa sika dodo edi a na de say obetumi anya sika na wo de ahye umpuntu dwumemu ewo oman ni mu ama eno so no nipa dodo na sika bia nka onfo madwuma betumi afa projects ana ye say kwan ni ade ana eno so ye ntumi nya sika mfentu anu nti astall no say betumi anya sika na de akwa hye sa projects no natumi apagya ni mu.
Okay, me da say Dr. Frank Bano, me da say lawyer.
Nyamenka nyina ho sije na ebe yi dachi sisi ya bia bia nyanda no odin ano na ede ni nyina na tia sije dia kan nyina na san debt restructuring somewhat ya ka ho asem nyina ko ba se besiabo na sije wo ye wusuban a ye asobrache suban ani wa hombrache suban babia ya bedru ne no aye asombrache suban ani ya dan na dieti na dia bedru ha. Why am I saying this? TJ, papa bia na we vice president of Ghana ha ma yati asese ade ba akopa na mo man kwa hohihia mu sa de ne so man ne abo besia dodo to boka ma ne mene wa kwa hohihia mu ne sa sunti enya mo man bi so man bi de besia bo ebeye ne suban no try no atesi na pa wi anyimra na dwo dabi drive for me ask na beka no kwasi CJ. So we expect to say kaseni pane ba ye mampani ba die chire ha wo bo ma o man si kasema gina brane mampani ni ka se ni si kasem hunim die chire de ba ye be kan na wona dia akaye nu level we. Okay? 2 abra ye bo besia na enema anya ebe ko bone no CJ yenya wo mo a ekambie wo mo a the World Bank man be ka chire Ghana for say 2020 asem mu na me ka chire CJ baby o man nam na ehuiye ade na nam ehu so mo bo besia no do se mo anya besia bo na mo bon asat 2020 no na mo mani am ho so a anhye ne afie ne mayi a mo bodu baby a mo badane a debt distress country as jane say wa bo besia me kana mene wonti afi wutimi nya wo hwebiem CJ sabra no IMF my one na ye nam bond market akwaji $3 billion ya bo kokko no nya ya wo bond market kwaji $3 billion the following year 2021 na ya san ties go bium another $3 billion na ya san kwaji ya bedi. Okay, so now we bo when nyina gu mu 2022 around June and I say Ghana abadani a debt distress country, so now they have locked us out of the bond market and as a capital market yet mean ko hobium yentimi ko hobium no any IMF na yeti na and I know debt restructuring domestic one equals Madam Sophia Akufo former Chief Justice Kasembi was nobody has been able to explain to us why we are here. Vice President me Kasembi and they were Johnny Frey economy somehow debt restructuring ba so krom ha ye ka amount for pensioners ye picket no kwa ba nyina ba omi antena no ntaso anka bi. He couldn't sympathize them. And now he doesn't speak about the economy. One day kasa want to advertisation as if internet services is the solution to every other problem. As if internet services is the solution to all problems.
Dr. Bano allow.
Okay. Now they are here.
Dr. Bano allow.
You must ask a very simple question. Sika aminia aminantazo akwaya ho research na yebodi. About $13 billion. CJ. On my free 2018 and I buy we start to call for the bond market. This government, MPP government, to call bond market from 2018 up to 2021. Yenya $13 billion so CJ. Yenye. Simple question. What would tell me what I'll me? First question so Busa when they say, on my okay, and be then $11 billion in the room. 2018 was 2. 2019 3, 2023, 2021 3. What come on saying? Say 11.
Yeah, 11.
So $11 billion no. Out of the 13 no. I could afford about me $11 billion. On my $11 billion from bond marketing loan bien granting COVID scanning Yenye. CJ. So that tells you say yenya and yenim for yen pa bonne for your mind. Anything you want. Because in Tissa, and now I am so amount 3 billion was spread in 3 years. Yes, in the next few months, 360 million, but ye both say and yaji. Me was at 3 billion, na yan in the whole year. I feel back. The year 2019, I feeling in $3 billion. No, I pen 3 years and yan 1 year. 2020, that same 3 billion for that year on Quape. 2021, that same 3 billion for that year on Quape. It was my says when you buy something, yet to be a money. See, make us some more can cover the audit report. Be a page for the paragraph 22. Nakadi, mommy.
Okay.
Paragraph numbers in the one in channel. The paragraph 22.
Okay, paragraph 22. Okay.
We are lawyer.
22 and
I agenda bina. Enter na we Doctor. No one read one cinema
Obisame say COVID-19 report no when I'm say I never visit bia obisame send the man I search for it and for the man and also agenda obisame kind man and I'm so okay it be be hand ma paragraph 22 no any yamba be kind
any me send bia man aka me oba ko ha bia entremu no sije me send man na wa bie wo ho no aka man and I won't kind
lawyer you 2 minutes there up here yeah first minute sorry
heading in here utilization of IMF rapid credit facility $1 billion. That is a cover the buy. IMF for my $1 billion first chunk of the money out or the money. See, Shadi Abanzo for this kind of 24 mechanical was we noted that the amount received was utilized on liability management 1, District Assembly to Common Fund 4th quarter allocation 2, NAPCO 2nd quarter allocation 3, LEAP program 1st quarter allocation, free SHS program allocation for 2nd semester 2019-2020 academic year, free waters and then electricity supply. Meanwhile, the same free water and electricity no thing say anything you had COVID level neighbor. Ni abe basically dey had kutuaka. Meanwhile, you say you discuss you aka. CJ,
capitalization of the National Development Bank of Ghana, construction of 88 district hospitals.
National Development Bank of Ghana. CJ, your capitalization has just said,
yeah, the Sika,
Yama Bank and Sika Botian, or the year for 2 year bank.
Yeah,
so bank in in rational sense, 2020.
Yeah, this is 2020.
2020. And we are in 2024.
Yeah.
Where is the bank? Where is that capital? That capital and our bank?
Okay.
Me say these guys are a bunch of people who are meant to destroy this country.
Let's remember.
And it will be very unfortunate for any Ghanaian to think that he will go back to the polls and vote for anybody called Muhammad Bawumia. Because your vote for him is a continuation of this rot. Your vote for him is the continuation of this corruption that you are seeing.
Let's remember.
This is 1 minute to my mind.
And our money. And the movie and we're coming to report.
Mr. 1 minute per time now. 1 minute, Mr. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Mr. Also, lawyer can say 2018, you could do 2 billion.
30 seconds.
Yes. Also, lawyer can say 2018, you could do $2 billion. No correct. Now, my friend Chimumadi, this is coming. Now, that way annual public debt report. Fast a public in Chimuni now.
For which year? annual
2018 annual public year debt report. It's captured that 2 billion year koje.
Yes.
On say a large. Yeah. It is an offer a report now. Yeah, the 750 million finance infrastructure which was approved in the 2018 budget. Now you know, and a year day apart from 750 million, no, yeah, they 830 billion. Million to finance bond na 4 times 750 million any loans kakane ajiakas obekaya your first euro bond was in 2017 September and mature in 2020 2017 September into sa sikano as part of it you dey buy back that bond so what you say
all right time
1 second and you 2 billion of the first out of the 11 billion.